Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
I've got the chair of the Chamber of Commerce, Kapiti Chamber of Commerce, on the telephone line, Heather Hutchings, and she's going to tell us a little bit about airlines too. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Nigel. How are you this morning?
Well, thank you. Air New Zealand. Now, what are we doing with Air New Zealand, Heather?
Well, as your people will be aware, we've been talking about Air New Zealand now for about 3 months. And so on the 3rd of March, there is a combined open day at the airport, and it's been combined with Air New Zealand, the airport, the KCDC Chamber of Commerce for Kapiti and Porirua.
Wow.
So it begins at 12 o'clock, runs for 2 hours, and it's a chance to get out on the tarmac. There will be an open plane there for people to wander through. The staff crew, the Air New Zealand crew, will be available to talk to. There will be sausage sizzles, food trucks, music, lots to see and do. Plus, of course, Air New Zealand are giving away some tickets.
Right. This is the 3rd of May, you say?
The 3rd of March.
March. Oh,
March,
right.
next week.
Oh, next
Wow.
week. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. That's fantastic. That is a Saturday. Yes. Right.
It's a Saturday, yep. So it starts at 12, but the plane arrives at 11:30, and then by the time they clear that and set the tarmac up, it'll be 12 o'clock before people can wander through.
Right. So this is to encourage more people to use the service, is it?
It is. We're inviting businesses, as you know, to get behind that daily flight service from Kapiti Airport to Auckland, and this is a chance for the community to actually stand up and get personal with this vital service.
Right. And they're suggesting any alternate times to their flight schedule at the moment?
Not at the moment. We're still talking to them about that, so we're just, it's one small bite at a time, Nigel.
Yes, yeah. Okay, well, that's good news, and it'll be worth popping along for that. So that's Saturday, 3rd of March, and it's from 12 noon. People can just pop down.
Yes, from 12 noon, and there's just lots happening there for people to wander in and see. There'll be some displays as well. I really encourage people to come into the airport.
Will they have special airfares for that particular day if you book on the day?
Not that, as far as I know. All I know is that they're giving away free flights at the moment.
Are they? Fair enough too. Oh, we should check that out. You never know. They do that sort of thing when they have these promotions, but you've got to do it on the day, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right. Now, the International Women's Day Luncheon, that's just around the corner too.
Yep, that's not far away. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks, and anybody can come along to that. That's open to the public as well, so you just need to go onto the Chamber website to book. And our guest speaker is Amanda Santos. Now, she's the CEO of Techron and has 15 years of sales management and consulting to 80-plus organisations. Now, Techron is really interesting because it's a world leader in time synchronisation, solutions for power, telecommunications and enterprise industries. So to have a woman CEO in that position is just fantastic.
Yes, great leadership.
And of course, stunning leadership.
Yes.
And our MC, I believe you know, it's Sarah Topcliffe, who was your daughter.
That's my daughter, yeah. No, she's a go-ahead person too. So you'll all be sitting on your seats on the edge of your seat once she gets going, I can tell you.
Well, I think between her and Amanda, it's going to be an exciting lunch.
Yes, and I think Sarah and Amanda know each other as well, so even that helps out. But no, it's good to see these inspiring women getting out there, inspiring others too, to get to the top.
That's right.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, so Amanda is a fantastic person.
Yeah.
Really worth coming along to listen to. So she is our keynote speaker.
Good. And a lovely lunch catered by Janine Gradenberg, Party Perfect Catering.
Party Perfect Catering.
Yep.
So it's the luncheon is, it's 2 hours, so it's just going to be a lot of fun and a lot of energy.
Good.
And of course it's supported by Rotary and Chamber. It's a combined effort. So Kapiti Rotary and Chamber of Commerce are putting this on.
Excellent. Now, we've got the reader briefing coming up too. That's not too far away, next week.
No, that's next week.
Goodness.
So reader, of course, is the Wellington Regional Economic Development Agency, and we need to understand how is reader relevant to Kapiti.
Yes.
We read about reader in the paper, we read about the money that they spend, and of course, our rates, quite a lot of our rates go to reader.
Absolutely. About $500,000 a year, isn't it?
That's right, yep. So we need to really get in there and say, look, what are you doing with our money? What are you doing for our region? How are you supporting both business and community and tourism?
Absolutely.
So
It can work both ways, can't it? I mean, we might be critical of that $500,000. On the other hand, they may come back and say, well, this is what we're doing for you folks, but how else can we help you?
That's right, and this is a good chance to get in and find out what are they doing for us, or what do we want. We can tell them what we would like as well.
Right. So that's open.
So once again, that's... Sorry?
Sorry, I was going to say that's open to businesses and anybody else, and membership, of course, of the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce to come along. And next Wednesday, isn't it? I think it is, the 28th.
Next Wednesday, yes. And also, the public is most welcome to come along to that as well.
Good.
So just register online again. I think it's $10 for non-members.
Yes.
And, of course, you are our MC for that evening.
I am. And that's at the Kapiti Hockey Turf too, isn't it?
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
I better get my hat on for that as well.
You better get, you might have to get your facilitation hat on for that one, Nigel.
Do you think so? Oh, dear. All right. So it's 5:30 till 7 o'clock, thereabouts.
That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
Good. Okay, we'll get along to that because that's very informative, or will be very informative. And no doubt Rita will be looking forward to hearing what we want from them too.
I think so. It's, as you say, it works both ways.
It does. Now, we've got the long-term plan advocacy.
Oh, yes. So that's we discussed this last night, and the Chamber, as you know, has a fairly strong advocacy committee. We're actually changing the name of that because people struggle with the word advocacy, so we're changing it to business representation.
Oh, that sounds
committee.
Better.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll be looking very closely at the long-term plan, what is going on and what will the effect be on business. And we'll be meeting weekly now until we get ourselves sorted. We understand that perhaps there are things like commercial rates and capital rates on the agenda. We need to look at the impact that could have on businesses. And as well as the long-term plan, we also listen to our businesses who come to us with issues, both with council and regional council, and we look at how we can support them through what can sometimes be quite a traumatic sort of process for them.
Yes. Of course, the Mayor's part of the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce, isn't he? He's the representative from the council.
He's the council representative. We haven't actually had him in any meetings at the moment because we're busy working through our strategy that was finalised last night.
Yes.
So he is part of it, and we have some interesting discussions with Guru.
Great. Well, I know you're at a meeting this morning, Heather. We do appreciate your time this morning and look forward to next month's chat as well. But get along, folks, to these various events. Gosh, you've got a busy program ahead of you, Heather, that's for sure.
The Chamber doesn't sit still for very long.
It doesn't indeed. Have a nice day and a good week.
Thank you, Nigel. Take care.
There we are, Heather Hutchings, Chair of the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce.
106.3 Beach FM.